So Rox seemingly one-shotting Kaido Big Mom with the quickness and winning his exchange with Whitebeard was wild. I was like, oh my god, this is so great. He's already a top tier as it was, and the Domi Reversi buff got Rox going absolutely crazy. Whitebeard and him destroyed the Twin Peak. I was like, bro, that's so wild. It also seems to me that this might be where Kaido was getting his Pirates Will Betray You line. He doesn't know what the Domi Reversi is, or that Rox was taking over. He just knows that they're fighting against this thing, and out of nowhere, my captain is starting to swing on me, and seemingly just kind of gets rocked. So it's just like, yo, he's tweaking, and now I'm fighting my captain, and I lose. This could be where he was having that moment, or thought back to that moment in general. I will say the fact that Kaido and Big Mom got taken out so easily is just more proof that they weren't close to the powerhouses that they would later become in the series. But I don't think that takes away from what Rox was doing either. Because, bruh, like, one-shot Kaido and Big Mom is crazy, bro. Like, he high-kneed Big Mom. He, like, pimp-slapped Kaido. And then that swing on Whitebeard, to me, Whitebeard went about it the wrong way. Just the blocking it. So it's like he had his halberd in his right hand and then switch his hands to use the quake. And I'm like, why didn't you just... I don't know, that was me. I wonder if Whitebeard is like taken out by that or if he's going to come back up. Might be weakened, might be in a position to get scarred by somebody. I'll drop that.
Like Bastion was saying with the whole Kaido thing, I wonder if that, not only Kaido's career, but his mindset on like changing his thoughts and views on people. Like Harold, like when you thought of Harold, you thought Rox was probably changing him. Then this happens. Do you think he went, nah, I was right the first time? I wonder if this actually had a big impact on how Kaido views his crew and like his thoughts on piracy and stuff like that. But I wonder, because I think it's still factored in a little bit, because I don't think he would betray or do this to King and maybe Queen. I guess there's certain people that he would really not betray. Because again, we don't know if he knows what happened. We just know that Rox just betrayed him. I actually got shocked that Big Mom got upset that Rox did that to Kaido when you're about to try to murk him yourself.
It's a little bro, man.
That's what I was thinking, like, yo, Big Mom, you're in your emotions, but you still view Kaido as a little brother. Just what he just did, you got hurt by him. You know, you were scheming as well. But this actually was talking of getting with the crew. Because again, Big Mom called Rox a scoundrel, said don't trust him, all this negative stuff about Rox. But when you see Rox turn on the crew, Whitebeard even say he got upset at him calling him captain, but deep down he still viewed him as a comrade. And when they see this, you see their atmosphere changed. Like they got upset. They're a crew that ambitionists, like people who don't get along and they was constantly attacking and was trying to take each other out. But I always wondered, did Rox ever really actually attack his crew like that?
Yeah, he kicked Kaido.
I thought of that, but to me it's like, it's different. As in like, he was telling him like, yo, I'm kicking you to shut up. Stop, we're not doing that. Like in a way it's like more of a punishment, like Nami be hitting the straw hats and stuff, but it's different when you're actually in a fight. Because this is actually a threat. They actually felt threatened. Like Rox is actually coming at them. All of them got hurt with Rox's action. Like, you know, and that goes into the difference that you're saying all this stuff, but when Rox actually tries to take you out, you're feeling some type of way about it. That's how I feel. I actually got a little bit confused with the Whitebeard and Rox clash, because I was telling Lawrence about it. It was just weird. But if you see Whitebeard doing the attack, he's swinging with his left hand with the quake attack. I just took it as why he didn't use his halberd. I thought it maybe was too long, and I also think the speed that Rox was coming at Whitebeard, that he couldn't do his attack. He just blocked it because it came at him so fast. Then now I'm just trying to figure out what was this other attack. Either two things, that Rox did another attack, or Whitebeard tried to do another attack at Rox. It's so vague, we don't know, but we just know at the end, this happened, this mountain falls, and Rox is the one that's running. So some people are saying that Rox tossed Whitebeard across the map and all this stuff. I'm like, we don't know that. You can't just say that happened. I'm like, bro, we just don't know, because like we saw Kaido and Big Mom get tossed, but we don't see what happened to Whitebeard. So I'm just like, I don't know. But it's like he's in Domi Reversi, and the attack he did compared to what he did to Kaido and Big Mom is way stronger, bro. Like, he almost did his name attack. That's what it looked like, but just unnamed. So like, in that mountain falling off, I would just say that is crazy.
I don't fully believe that Big Mom and Kaido got one-shotted. I think he just used these attacks to get them out the way, like move it. A Conqueror's coded knee is just funny that he did to Big Mom and everything. And the crazy how it is blue past Whitebeard, and Whitebeard use that thing to lock in, not try to catch her or nothing. He's just like, you know what? Do better, Big Mom. Like pretty much, like, I don't know. So it made me laugh. I thought it was very interesting. So we see this big attack right in this page where you see Whitebeard blocking his Conquerors and Gura ability, and Rox coming down, and we see how much hockey and the coalitions looks crazy. And you see, all right, the Twin Peak coming down. I don't know if this attack right here caused it. So like, if you go on the panels underneath that, you see Rox's blade is like right in front of him. Looks like it's hitting something that's already still hitting Whitebeard's, like, I guess, arm or with the Gura. But then you see another thing, and I can't make out if that's Whitebeard doing another attack or Rox doing another attack. So to this might be a multiple exchange between them, resulting in that thing coming down.
It has to be. I mean, the fight definitely continued after because Rox is running.
Exactly. So it's just crazy the aftermath that thing come down. Was that old Maurice just got hit by that? Like, oh, like, you know, you chilling waiting, and then out of nowhere, this giant peak just comes and lands on you. Ridiculous.
There's like a guy that's been waiting for his like 10 years
to retire,
to get his pension.
Settle down, man.
And he just gets taken out.
Yo, like, oh my gosh. Like,
I shouldn't say that. That was
crazy.
So there's been a lot of discussion about the strength portion of this part, right? And I think I've come to the conclusion that when Rox was going after his crew, this was the first confirmation of what his crew actually thought of. And I know that we've gone back and forth this whole flashback about what Rox means to the crew and what the crew means to Rox. And yes, there have been back and forth conversations about this point and that point, but I think this was the answer to everything, and it just proves I was right. I was right because I truly believe that the reason why Big Mom got so easily handled is because at one point she called Rox a scoundrel. That was 6 years prior to now. Now she's saying, I'm your people, which would have never been said before. Then we have Kaido. Kaido literally was kicked in the face by Rox at one point, just for even mentioning putting Harold under the flag through his strength. He didn't like that. And Kaido was gonna fight him right back after he got kicked in the face. But yet, Kaido gets stabbed in the face, and he goes to ask Rox, what are you doing? He didn't do that before. And now we have Whitebeard. And the conversation between me and Sebastian about what Whitebeard meant to Rox, was he truly under him or not? Whitebeard sees what Rox is doing, and he's disgusted. But before that, he came to Rox's side in order to fight Emu when he could have left, and he chose not to. And he made like some little excuse like, oh, I was always on your tap. But then you see him get so overwhelmingly frustrated that Rox is even doing this to the crew. And then he goes, are we just impediments to you? Which is another word for hindrance. Mm-hmm. So already, that's confirmation too of what Big Mom said and what Kaido said, that we thought we meant more to you. We thought that you were our captain. To a degree, we believed in you. Yes, Captain John might not have, or Gonzui or anybody else, but this is the difference with conquerors. It's like what I said before. You either have to have your dream align, or you have to respect them to some degree in order to follow them. And it was proven to me before, but again, the Davy Back fight put things into perspective where he gained them. It's when Rox said to everybody before they left, you can leave. You're free from the Davy Back fight. Like, you don't have to be here. You can go. And they chose to stay with him. At that point, I knew that he was the captain, and I think that they see him as the captain. So having all these emotional feelings with Rox and not knowing what's going on and why he looks so weird, each of them are not using their full strength. Again, people are going to be like, well, that means that they're just way stronger than they're supposed to be against Rox. And then I go, well, here's a situation for me too. I think that Domi Reversi doesn't strengthen your haki. I think it actually limits your haki, because your will is actually being affected by Emu. Like, your will was overcome by Emu's will, and now you're under Emu's power. Therefore, you're probably not as strong as you normally would be, because you're not able to exert your haki the way you want to. And that goes back to like future sight and how you have to be calm in order to use it correctly, such and such. People called it cope with me, and I'm saying, well, I don't think it's too much cope. I just think that that's naturally how hockey works in the verse. But I do think that there is a boost in physical stats. So he gets the immortality portion, he gets the larger size, which giants are known for being stronger, and also he just looks physically stronger itself. And I know that Conqueror's haki is pouring out of him, but I think that it's also Conqueror's haki where he's using it to try to break out. Because we know that with Kuma, even when Kuma wasn't there, Kuma was still able to have some type of willpower. So I think that this is Rox's Conqueror's haki trying to break out from it, but he's not actually using it against the people he cares about. I think that they're just being so overwhelmed by his pure strength from the Domi Reversi and from some of the Conqueror's haki leaking out that they're being basically like no-dived. Now, here's another point I want to point out. I do think that Whitebeard is holding back, and that's why he used the Quake Fruit, because when he fought Roger, he used the Halberd. But then I also think, well, Whitebeard also used just his Quake ability against Emu when everybody was saying their named attacks. Yeah. So I don't know which way it is with Whitebeard, but I know for a fact he's emotionally like conflicted. Yeah. So I think the only point I wanted to make was, and I think a couple other people said this, if you notice that he's changed and his actions are something that he's never done for years, then why do you think that he's just doing this all of a sudden when you saw him up in the air screaming, having a conversation, and this strange thing did something to him and he falls and now he has wings, sharp teeth, he's bigger. Like Big Mom mentioned it like 3 times already, like how he's changed.
Well, it's all kind of happening in the moment, right? Like,
no, I thought the same thing. Like, if you something out of a norm, out of somebody you normally see, it's just all right. But that only goes into like, why didn't you think there's something wrong? But unless you're thinking Rox should be stronger than this, that's the conflicted. This shouldn't happen to Rox. He's this guy. And you see it happen. That's probably why they're more confused and now in the fight because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of holding back and a lot of like circumstances happening that are just in play. I don't think we should actually be talking about the power scaling aspect of this because I don't think it even exists right now. So I can't even put Whitebeard in a category where I'm like, yeah, he no-diffed him. Like, I don't think he no-diffed him at all.
I agree. And also, too, did I not hear the command Emu said? He's clearly giving out an order saying something to Rox.
Yo, that too. That's why I was like, yo, is this like a plot hole or like what's going on right now? Because I'm sure they heard him.
Yeah.
Are we? Right. I'm saying, I don't know how high up they are. And granted, in One Piece,
no, they have
people be hearing everything.
They be hearing
Listen, bro.
But it's still possible.
Everybody heard what was happening on Marineford, bro. Yeah. Y'all want to hear that, bro.
But again, Big Mom literally says what happened up there, Rox. If she heard everything, would she not be in more like...
You can still be confused, but like if dude just starts wilding out on y'all and he looks physically different and you know he doesn't have a devil fruit, what is going on, my brother? Like they know he doesn't have one. But what I'm saying is before they could even put two and two together and make some deductive reasoning, like we're able to read the whole thing from the outside. Big Mom, in the moment, Rox is up there. 2 minutes ago, Rox was fine. Now, after whatever just happened up there, Rox is here. Now he's bigger. Now he's swinging on me. And Kaido. She doesn't have the time to deduct all that.
I get you, but again, even not just he's bigger. You see his teeth? He got fangs coming out both ends.
I think the bigger question is Whitebeard's statement.
Because Whitebeard had more time to process.
Yeah.
He saw all that and then sees the attacks and goes, is this all we were to you? Like
that's the only thing. The only thing I can chop with what Lionel said is that maybe they thought, yo, how could you let this happen to you?
But you know what it is too? It's even more confusing because even the chapter before this, Rox and Whitebeard and Kaido are facing what that is, and then Whitebeard goes, what is that? And he goes, the world. Yeah. And then Rox is literally fighting it, and then all of a sudden he gets stabbed, and now he's fighting you. Yeah. It's like there was too much that just happened beforehand for you to be like, are you treating me as a hindrance? Yeah. Like even then, maybe it's like a conqueror aspect of like ego that they can't really like let go of. Therefore, they think that Rox is like trying to out-ego them, or like all of a sudden he's a traitor. It was just weird to me. Yeah. It was just weird to me. But I really feel for Rox, and I really feel for these three guys because for the rest of their lives, they're gonna think that this person who's doing this right now betrayed them when they develop this love for him, and that's not necessarily true. So